Hi, hello, namaste. How are you all? I hope you've had a great start to 2024 and it is progressing well. Now, this video was demanded from me by so many bankers that I went ahead, researched on my own. But since I'm not a business analyst, therefore, it was better to talk to someone who is in the progress of becoming a business analyst. And who else is a better person than a banker amongst ourselves? A banker who is working in India right now and is ready to become a business analyst. She's already studied for it and already started her journey towards it. Since the video is quite long, therefore, if you feel like, please go into the timeline. The link is under the description and choose the part that you want to view. Otherwise, I request you to stay in the video till the very end, because this is going to be a very informative session for all the bankers who are interested and looking forward to their answers to become a business analyst. By the end of the video, I'm sure that you will be having many questions in your mind. Please do not hesitate to pop them in the comment section and I will try and respond to each of your questions as soon as possible. Now, without wasting any time, let's hear it from Aparajita Basu, who is all set to become a business analyst and understand what is it all about. I'll see you at the end of the video. Hi Aparajita, welcome to Journey of a Banker, and thank you so much for giving your precious time. It has been a pleasure. Since we're talking from the last 1 year approximately, you are a part of the group, and I thought that this is a very good opportunity, and it's a great time to know what all have you been doing from the last 1 year. And it would be our pleasure, like all the members will get benefited out of this discussion, I'm sure. So tell all of us a little bit about yourself.
First of all, thank you for having me. Thank you for giving me this opportunity to share my journey to all the aspiring bankers who are looking for a transition into other fields or continuing into the banking field after deliberation. So I'm Aparajita Basu. I'm working in a public sector bank since last 8 years. Currently, I'm working as a credit officer in a branch. I'm an engineer. I've done my BTech in IT, and I have some technical background. So I was more into credit analytics. I'm working in credit since last few years. Was looking for some courses like online, how I can update myself with the proper knowledge and tools and stuff that I can put into use. Also, another reason, since last 2 years, my bank has been recruiting data analysts and business analysts from from through internal promotion as well, or from the external. They are conducting recruitment processes. So they have also a fixed posting in the data center Belapur, so which is in Mumbai. So that kind of gives you a stability. So I felt that rather than moving around so much through every 3 and 4 years you have to get transferred and all, you should be doing something specialized in your area and have a fixed posting. So that will be beneficial for me. So that's why I was looking for such courses, and I have just completed my PG in data science and business analytics. I'm just trying to build my expertise through more research and doing more projects online, so that I get better opportunities. I also need the pay parity. I cannot have a less salary if I want to switch. I also have to think about that.
That's very
So in order to
progressive.
have that, yeah, if I'm aiming for a senior roles, I have to be uh, properly equipped, so that I can, even if I crack an interview, even if I join a company, if I'm not well equipped with the process and everything, I won't be able to do the work. So I need to be, first of all, well acquainted of the process, and for that I have to build my proper portfolio in Kaggle and GitHub, where there are large data sets available on the internet. So you have to do this end-to-end projects, you from the data extraction to build the data, the reports, the insights you get from the data. So this is an end-to-end thing, and you can showcase this whatever projects you are doing in your resume, and this gives you a head start in the selection process.
Well, thank you so much for that. And that was a very elaborative answer. However, before we come on to specifics of business analytics, I want to understand in the layman language, what is business analytics and how being a banker can I get benefited out of it?
You have to gather the data and you have to analyze those data to
Mm-hmm.
build an actionable insight, like how to grow the business.
Which business?
Suppose you're banking, whatever field you are in,
Okay.
every field, every field requires data analyst or business analysts
All right.
to uh, analyze the data, and from
Mm-hmm.
the data you have to you have certain insights that you get,
All
and
right.
you put that into the growth of the business. That's all. A proper credit model can be used to evaluate the borrowers. Suppose a person doesn't have a credit history, how do you evaluate the person, like basis of what? So
Sure.
the parameters, you'll only be able to understand those parameters by having some kind of data, and then you have to analyze the data, which factors make people prone to default.
Okay.
So this is kind of a, these things can be built by
Mm-hmm.
analyzing data only.
So that looks like a very technical field per se, the kind of explanation that you've given. That is a technical field in my understanding. But do you see a normal or a general banker without any previous experience of lending getting success in this role as a business analyst? Do you see that?
It's just not about the credit part.
Sure.
A business analyst, since I am working in credit, I have worked in those projects.
Mm-hmm.
Basically, business analyst helps in growth of the business. You have to analyze the data, certain parameters. You find out certain parameters which can aid to the business growth.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, you like whatever in insurance business there is some whatever what preference customers have, what product can be appealing to the customers, these sort of things can be analyzed from the data itself, like what are the customer preferences, how your peer companies are doing, everything from the survey data itself you can understand all these things. You if you know the tools and stuff, these inferences can be made from those
Okay.
analysts, and you understand how you stand with all your peer organizations, how you're faring in terms of providing the products as per the customer needs. uh, Also these things can be how your own performance as a company can only be analyzed through data. So
Yeah,
business
sure.
and play a key role. This field is now booming because
Yeah.
previously public sector banks didn't have these kind of roles, but now all by looking at private banks and foreign banks, they are also trying to upgrade themselves, because they have to be in the competition with these banks as well.
Earlier, the banks in India, they were
Mhm.
outsourcing this particular analyst role. That's what you mean? And now they are in-housing it.
Probably because there were no data analyst, business analyst recruitment. They were only IBP, they were only recruiting POs,
Yes.
specialist officers,
Yes.
clerical staffs through IBPS. There were no such maybe marketing professional as well, they kind of recruit as a specialist role, but there were no data analyst or business analyst role, at least since 2014 13. I have cleared my 2014 IBPS. Previous to that year, and after also that I have not seen such recruitment happening. It's just only last 2 3 years these roles are more into picture.
All right.
So these things, so public sector bank is also like trying to upgrade themselves and to be relevant, to be relevant with
Hmm.
their peer,
With the
companies or banks.
competition, with the
Yeah, with the
times, with the changing
yeah,
perspective,
yeah, that's
especially
right.
after
Yeah.
COVID.
And I feel that in coming 5 years there will be a huge change in working environment of public sector banks. My company is hiring data analyst or business analysts, and this these only gave me this inspiration that I should also upgrade myself so that I can venture into these kind of roles. So that's why I took up the course, and I'm trying. Let's see what happens.
So, in my experience also, like I work for a mortgage broking firm in Australia, and they developed
Mhm.
a commercial lending software. In the in-house, they developed a software, but for running that software, they needed a business analyst to go through each and every loop and to go through each and every thing that can be improved in the software. So is that the same
Right.
role that you are referring to? Is it on the same
Yeah,
platform?
because as a business analyst, you have the domain knowledge, proper
Okay.
domain knowledge. Yeah.
Okay.
And software team knows the technical part. Whatever
Mm-hmm.
whatever requirements you give them, because you only analyze the data and you tell them that these are the things that can make the business grow. So they'll develop certain kind of models or certain kind of softwares according to your requirements, to in order to grow the business. So you just work as a mediator. You work as a mediator from the between the customers and the tech team, because
All
you
right.
know all customers. Yeah, what are the what are the requirements of the customers. You analyze that from the data, and you provide all these insights to the tech team, and they develop the models or softwares accordingly.
So is it an ongoing process? Like if the software is launched in the market, and of course there will be some sort of
For a certain project,
upgrades.
yeah.
Okay, so it is an ongoing.
For a
The
certain
business
project,
analyst
yeah.
plays a dominant role
Yeah,
throughout the process and throughout the software
yeah.
launch. Not only the software launch, but also an ongoing process, I
For
would
the
say.
enhancements you that needs to be done in the software, because market is changing. Every 2-3 months there's a new
Yes.
technology coming, and
Hmm.
that has to be implemented in any sector you're working in, otherwise you can't catch up with your peer competitors. So
Right.
these sort of things, this is evolving, like this is ever evolving. I just saw a ad from Kotak Mahindra Bank. They're doing this FD linked saving product. So all
Okay.
these things can be, yeah, all these things can be done through data analysts only, data analyst or business analysts only, because they analyze the data, and they know the customer needs.
Hmm.
So they know the requirements that are crucial for the growth of the bank
Company.
or whatever company you're working in. So these things are forwarded to the tech team, and they develop certain kind of things.
Okay. So when you say data, where does this data come into place? Like who gives this data or who collects this data for the starters?
This is the
And
management. This is whatever, you can gather data from surveys. You can conduct various surveys. You probably have seen apps, mobile apps. You have
yes.
to give certain kind of
Okay.
feedback data. When you make a purchase on Flipkart, when the order gets delivered, there's a feedback link that you have to fill in.
Hmm.
You put, household income, your age group, all these things. They get,
Combined
you
together.
know, uh, yeah, combined together, and they, form a Excel sheet, very large Excel sheet or CSV sheet, and then you
Hmm.
have to, transform this messy big data into actionable insights through
All
whatever
right.
tools.
Okay.
Yeah, these tools are whatever you have to learn.
Now,
Mm.
let's come to the education part. So you've done so many certificates. So please throw some light on what all courses are relevant to bankers, and for specifically for those who do not possess a technical degree during their graduation like you have.
So the thing is, business analyst's role can be, can be either technical or non-technical, but you need to have some sort of, knowledge of some sort software, at least data visualization. That is a like must. You have to learn Tableau or Power BI. You don't have to do, coding and stuff in that. You just have to learn how to, import the data from the, Excel sheet, and you have to make the report like presentation, proper presentation.
So
How
is
many
it the
percentage of
basic requirement?
uh, it's a basic. You have to know the data visualization tools. It's nothing. It can be done from Udemy. There are various certificate courses. That is a very basic thing, but uh, a certificate of like professional certification of business analysts will give you certain advantage in your resume. So I would suggest people to go for a certificate. Like you can write, then I'm a certified business analyst, that's all.
All right.
That gives you some sort of, some sort of advantage in your CV, that's all. Otherwise you can self study and stuff. From Udemy there are small courses, like they're they're mostly like focusing on micro small things. Like you can learn Power BI separately, you can learn Tableau separately, you can learn Python separately. But when you do a business analytics course, they give you all these things together. And they also like make you learn these basic statistics concepts, which I am not from a statistics background. I
Mm-hmm.
had also had to learn all these things from the scratch. Um, and other thing is that in order to be a business analyst or a data analyst, you don't need very advanced knowledge of programming. That is not the thing. You have to know certain libraries and function of a programming language, and how these things work. This is not a very difficult thing to do. Any person, any non-technical person can have a transition into business analyst or a data analyst role. uh, you can judge yourself by, if you don't want to spend like a hefty amount on a certificate course, you can first try by there are courses available on Udemy. They give you like a single course worth for 499. You can try for Python or SQL or Power BI or whatever. Just try and check if this is for you. If this is understandable, then you can definitely venture into those certificate roles. That can be done for a non-technical person, I'm saying. For a technical person having a BTech degree, they can just they can directly
Start.
take up such, yeah. Because as an engineering graduate, everyone knows C programming language, and Python is very similar. The logic is very similar. So it won't be difficult for them. And SQL basics are also taught in those semesters, graduation semesters, and that will also be very normal to pick up. And for the non-technical person, it will be a bit more practice, but they are not rocket sciences. This is pretty okay. Pretty basic things, not something very advanced.
All right. Okay, so you
Mm.
mentioned a little bit about the cost factor. You said a particular certificate can come as low as 499 Indian rupees. But to become a
On Udemy,
full-fledged, yeah, on several
full-fledged, yeah.
full-fledged business analyst,
Yeah.
what is the expected cost of that certificate or that degree or that diploma would be? And any
It's
recommendation on the institute too?
I have compared like 5 6 courses before doing my course, which was giving me a certificate from University of Texas.
Mm-hmm.
These things like brand value and all those things cost some more. Like I had spent like 2.8 lakhs on that certificate course. On an average, these certificate course ranges from 2.3 to 2.8, from whatever I have seen, from 5 6 platforms they're giving. So I have done this business analytics course from great learning platform, and their content is provided by the University of Texas. and they give you a good overall basic understanding and fundamentals. They give you good proper fundamental knowledge on this 12 months PG course. So I have all the fundamental knowledge. Now I have to build myself to be at par with the senior professionals that are already been working in this field. For in order to do that, I need to practice more and build my portfolio.
So, for all those who are watching this video and want to know how Aparajita has successfully completed the course, I have given her LinkedIn profile in the description box. Please go on to check her profile and what enormous amount of work she has put in to transition into a role of business analyst. Maybe you can get help from her profile to choose the best course for you. So that was about your courses and your certifications. Now, suppose you've done everything and you are all knowledgeable. How do you transition into gaining some skills initially as a fresher business analytics person? Because you are an experienced banker. Now you want to transition into this field of business analysis. How do you go ahead and build some experience and skills around it?
When you're transitioning into a data analyst or business analyst role, uh, it'll be very, the most easy way is to join a fresher role. But due to, like, we are already experienced bankers, due to the salary factor, it won't add up if we join a freshers role. Or
Yes,
even companies will know that, if we are paying the half of the salary, why would this person come up and join our company? So they
obviously.
wouldn't even choose your resume.
Yes.
So basically, you have to join for a middle or a senior management role.
Hmm.
That's what my aim is, because I have already have this 8 years of experience. Someone having this 2 3 years of banking experience can join a freshers role, because
Sure.
they're uh, for a fresher data analyst or a business analyst is getting at least 6 to 7 lakhs, which is
Hmm.
at par with the initial days of bank PO salary.
Yes.
So they can find those things. They can even join internships. There are many internships happening for the 6 years, 6 months or 8 months internships. Then based on the performance, they only you know consume in that consume the interns in their own company, and then pay the salary as at par. Mm. So that is one avenue for the experienced people like us. We
Hmm.
cannot join a fresh role due to the salary factor, and
Yes.
in order to be at par with the people who are already working in the industry as analysts, we have to build our portfolios. There
Hmm.
are online platforms such as GitHub, Kaggle, Lead Code. All these platforms have different data sets. You learn these tools and end-to-end things you learn in the certification programs, and then you put this into use with those data sets, and you can measure yourself how your model is performing, like how much accuracy your model is giving. uh, for an example, someone's model is giving 84% accuracy, and your model is giving 86 points accuracy. So you there are leaderboards for that, and you put this link in your resume, and the recruiters can see by clicking on this link, and whatever projects you have done, what is relevant to their roles. This is kind of a mini resume, you can say, this link.
So these leaderboards, or this, as you said, this also serves as an alternative link to your CV. So this can only start once you apply for a job and you get the job and you start your career in the business analytics field. Is that what you mean?
No, I'm
Okay.
saying, in order to apply for a senior position, you have to have the skills.
Yeah.
You have to have enough projects in your kitty,
Hmm.
that you tell in your interview that I have worked in such and such projects. Because
Okay.
in the certification course, you get to choose one or two capstone projects in the
Sure.
end, where you do from start to finish. You have to put everything you have learned into use. So
Sure.
they give you one or two projects, but after that, maybe out of your comfort zone, you choose the healthcare project on these platforms. You show your versatility, that you have worked in these projects, you have knowledge of these projects, you have handled those projects, and this is good for your resume. That you have to build the resume at par those people who are already working in the industry. That you have to keep in mind. So these things, these platforms help you with that.
And of course, an impressive CV will take you further. I mean, how do you
Yeah,
advertise yourself basically on LinkedIn and other platforms, including your CV? Okay,
right.
well, that's good to know. So now, till now, we know the plans that you have for your career and what kind of education you've taken up to become a business analyst in near future. Now, I want to understand from you. Uh, so you are a banker, but what if you are to select any other industry or any other company for that matter to pursue your career as a business analyst? Would that be something that an experienced banker can look for in India as well as in abroad?
Whatever you've done in your public sector, experience cannot be called skills, because they basically recruit any graduate from from any background. You do not really need to have any specific skills to join a public sector banks. But if you want to transition into be a business analyst or a data analyst role, then you need to learn some tools and stuff in order to become a business analyst or a data analyst. You need to know certain skills and stuff. So I want to become a credit analyst,
Okay,
and I'm aiming for senior credit analyst roles or middle management credit analyst role, not a beginner roles. So
all
this
right.
is my aim.
Mm-hmm.
People with the normal operational, uh, you know,
Background,
you do all this, your casa. This is basically marketing role.
general banking.
So general banking is a marketing role. You can quit and join private bank, but they won't pay you as much. Simple, because this is a very basic level job. Anyone can do. So this is my understanding. You have to have some kind of specialized knowledge. Yeah, you either become this financial analyst by learning trading. The basic job of a financial analyst is analyze the trading patterns, like share market analyst. You can also have that if you only have that interest. I do not have that interest. If someone has that interest, they can move into that vertical. Maybe you learn some of treasury operations. You can learn something of forex, foreign exchange transaction. You have to have some kind of specialized knowledge. My specialization is credit risk. That's why I want to move into that analyst role. You can have a forex, treasury, share market, whatever, how market is performing. You can have that interest, and you can also venture into such analyst roles. Analytics can be used in any kind of specialization. So based on your interest, build one specialized interest, and you can transition into such roles.
Okay. In my understanding, whatever we have talked about business analysis, uh, for a fresher, if he or she is into a role in banking from the last 1.5 or 2 years, it is comparatively easier to transition into a role of a business analytics person,
Yeah,
professional, right?
yeah. As
Because they
a
can
fresh,
definitely, as a fresher, they will
they
not
can.
be at a loss financially. And
No,
for an experienced banker like yourself, you need to have that previous knowledge into a specific domain like credit or maybe treasury or maybe foreign exchange, and then you can venture out to seek a business analysis role into your own company if that is allowed, or into any other firm. With the
yeah.
basis of that experience and the skills that you have learned through your certifications, you can successfully transition into a role of a business analytics professional. So
Yes,
this is my
absolutely.
understanding of whatever conversation we had till now. Thank you so much for that insightful journey that you have shared with us, Aprajita. Now, that brings me to my last question, and that obviously all of us want to hear. So there are so many bankers out there in India who want to transition their career into something better, something that can give them that work-life balance and that liberty to work from home, which is a debatable topic these days.
But I have to say, I was on the lookout. My main motivation was to, especially after COVID, my main motivation was to work from home, and that's why I wanted to, venture into such things. But nowadays, remote jobs are not very much available, at least in India. That's what I can say. You have to relocate in some, especially down south. There are like plenty of opportunities, and they're paying really good salary. On the northern side, I'm not so sure. It's more of a um, fresher scenario going in NCR
Okay.
at least.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and this Pune, Hyderabad, Bangalore, Mumbai even are paying good salaries. Plenty of jobs available. Actually, you just log into your LinkedIn and you just you get notified as per your preference, whatever jobs you're looking into, and I get at least 10 to 15 job notifications daily. Jobs are available, but you have to have the skill set. That's all.
Okay, so what would be your advice to all the fellow bankers that we have in the group as well as my subscribers on YouTube? What would you advise them who want to transition their career into business analytics, and what pay or what salary range they can expect?
For an experienced one, you can negotiate. Basically, it's all about negotiation. But 12 to 15 lakhs is a median salary for a experienced analyst role. For the fresher, they're getting like 5 to 6, 7 lakhs. They're getting. And my suggestion for the fellow bankers would be that if you're really, really trying to, get out of this, public sector scenario, find something that keeps you motivated, because you always back of the mind that happens, that you feel that, oh, I already have a job. I can also always go back to that. This might be too tough. I have 47 year old fellow batchmates who have done this PG course, and they're such inspirational people. Uh, I'm talking about someone who is a CA by profession, and he had taken up this analyst role at the age of 47, and he has completed the course. There are many people who are really trying to learn new things and put those skills into use, and trying to you know transition into new roles. So keep yourself motivated, and you'll be successful.
That is something that we all look forward to have: motivation, skills, and knowledge. Thank you so much, Prajita, for those motivating words. And I believe that women in finance are the catalyst to the industry. And people like yourself, you inspire all of us. You have enormous experience in banking, and you're thinking of transitioning yourself into a much better and skilled professional, where many of us just give up and continue till the age of retirement. So that is a very inspiring, and I wish you all the best in your pursuits. Hopefully those who are watching this video may take out some benefit out of this conversation and can plan to transition their career like the way you have planned and you are doing. Thank you so much for your time.
Thank you so much, Kuldeep. And I wish all the bankers who are really trying to get into a new role, they become successful in their journey. Thank you.
Thank you so much for staying with me in the video till here. And I'm confident that this video has surely helped you in some way or the other in your decision to become a business analyst. Now, in my opinion, there are certain things to be well aware of before taking a decision to pursue this as a career. First of all, it is your eligibility. If you have certain skills or certain previous or background knowledge, you definitely should consider this as one of your career options. But otherwise, if you are from a general educational background and do not have any technical expertise, then it is better to start off with a small certificate first. Like Aparajita mentioned, there are various short-term certificate courses available online on platforms like Udemy. Go explore them, pick one of them, and just try your hands on. See if you are a right fit and the course is a right fit for you. Second most important thing is finance. At this point in time where you have quite a few years of experience in hand, you would not like to invest in a course or in a career where the returns are marginal or they are in negative. So be very careful in the investment that you make towards any study plan, be it business analyst, be it a management program, or any other study program that you are interested in. You should be investing in a course which should yield you the returns as soon as possible and should keep you motivated. The next most important thing is your inclination. Do you want to do it? Are you the right fit for it? Is the course right fit for you? Being a business analyst means that you need some technical prowess, right? And if you think that you can learn it or you already have that kind of previous experience and knowledge, then why not? But if you're a layman, consider your decision, rethink over it, and then only go ahead. Just because it is in the market, just because the course and the industry is in demand, doesn't mean it is a right fit for you. There are several other options. So go for this only if you are double sure that you can carry this as your second career and you can transition from being a banker to a business analyst. Otherwise, explore other options. So your determination and your interest are of prime importance before choosing this as a career option and going ahead, investing money and studying for it. Unless you are sure, double sure, please don't go for it. So this is, in my opinion, one of the most comprehensive interviews that I've had with one of the members of the group. If you are not yet a part of the Telegram group that we run, please read the description and follow the link to be a part of it. I request all of you to follow my Instagram page. The link is in the description box because I post regular updates on immigration and banking careers. So this brings me to the end of this video, but I'll be back with more such relevant topics for bankers and help you break the chain. Please don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe this channel, and have a very happy and progressive 2024. See you again. Thank you.